Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with a mail day. I guess hopefully, as always, it's a pretty sweet mail day, but it's been weird. I haven't been making videos as much lately, so the mail days seem a lot bigger than I would think they were. And then it's with part of that, and then with the authentication, I've kind of mentioned that before. Like when I make a video, they're of cards often that are ordered well before I made the last video, but it takes a while to get to me and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. So it kind of jumbles up my head because, there's usually a recency when you're making the video and you're like, oh yeah, I just bought that card 4 days ago or something like that. It's been a lot different than that lately, but enjoying it. Just got back in town from about 2 weeks away, out gallivanting, spending way too much time in airports with delays and things, but it all worked out. First world problems. And let's get some mail. First up is a care package from David over at 3 Rivers Card Collector on Instagram. Hit me up out of the blue and was like, I'd like to send you a care package. And I said, man, that's way too kind of you, and I appreciate it. And, I put some trust in it and gave him the address, and he hooked it up. So first up here is from 2022 Panini Legacy, Decade of Dominance Frank Gore. That's numbered out of 10. A little sweet there. We got a Kittle from 2020 Panini Elite, which is an homage to 2000 Elite. So the logo there says 2000 Elite. Aspirations die cut at a 15. Loving that. Got the nice captain's patch in that picture. That's what I love to see on those. And then from 2020 Certified, I'm assuming this is the teal one, but look at that shine. Fred Warner, Mr. All-Pro, out of 50 autograph with the magnetic and the perfect fit sleeve for the mag. Can't beat that. So Dave, thanks man. Much appreciated. Thanks for following the channel, and I'm following you on Instagram now, so look forward to a beautiful hobby relationship there. All right, let's see. We'll start with the Raws. Actually, let's start with this one. I bought a different ticket first, and I don't do tickets too much, but they come in streaks. If I get my eyeball wander into tickets, then all of a sudden I'm looking at some other ones. So I want a ticket. I think it's either getting. It shouldn't have to get certified because it wasn't that much money, but I don't know what the threshold is anymore for eBay authentication, but it's slabbed, it's autographed, it's real sweet. And so I look forward to showing that. And then after I won that one, I started poking around. And this ticket slabbed was, everybody wanted a shit ton of money, but I saw a really nice version, raw, and I picked it up. So from 30 October 1988, Vikings versus 49ers. And that's a full ticket because the little stub perforation's right here. But for the Niners folks out there, and some others will remember this, this is the old Viking run, the 49-yard touchdown run of Steve Young, where he was weaving and bobbing and bouncing off of people and damn near passed out as he dove across the end zone for the touchdown. I thought that was cool, and there's not really... This is kind of the premier Steve Young ticket as far as Niners go. The Catch 2 is out there, but I'm not as fond of that one just because, it wasn't a Super Bowl year or something like that. So pretty cool. Pretty excited about that, and excited to get the other ticket in to show off. I'd been following this one for a long time, and finally somebody listed it at auction, and I won it for a good auction. So got me a nice vertical triple threads Montana out of 18. It says 3-time Super Bowl MVP. My assumption is, because I waited a long time for a lot of these, there's just a bunch of them that have zero multiple color. It's just white or red. I do like the contrast on these so you can at least see it, but I'm always kind of holding out a little bit longer to see if I can find some 2-color patches and stuff like that. It's not real if it's more than 2 colors with Montana, but real happy to win that one for, 40% of what people were listing it as. So got me a nice Montana for that. That goes with, I have a Joe Cool one as well. That's in Scores Hall, but got the Montanas I think I need for the Triple Threads PC, which is nice. I was looking at Bond slabs, but you can't buy everything slabbed. You can't collect everything. I'm still gonna try, but love me some artist proofs and trophy collection type things. And so found this Barry Bonds from Pinnacle that I thought was awesome. It's, I think, 97, yep. 97 Pinnacle Bonds. Trophy collection. Really cool card. Not good enough to be graded, but will look real nice in a magnetic. Can't pick up too many nationals. Kind of suck, but we got one guy that I'm impressed with, and it's a pitcher. So it's not a great idea to, as a practice, to kind of prospect or collect too much pitcher stuff, but so far it's been real cheap. So the Josiah Gray at a 5-star, not numbered on this one, but pretty happy with that. He's got a, I think he's 5-5, which is really good for the 3rd worst record team in the league. The last 2 starts, he's done pretty well. His ERA jumped above 3, so it's like 3.16 or something like that, which is still pretty good for a second-year guy. And but to be 5-5, and he got no decisions in the last 2 games that were, I think, no decisions, or 2 out of the last 3 that were no decisions for him were actually team wins. So he's been contributing mightily, but when he pitches well, we don't always give him the run support. But that's pretty legitimate on a subpar team. So picked up a couple of his. Got this one as well. I picked up one of just the MLB logo to see what it looked like, because I do like these Future Stars. And I wish, just like the All-Star Cups and stuff, these Future Stars logos, I'm happy with them modifying over the years, but they look just so different over the years. You can't build kind of a Future Stars PC from 87 on, because they just don't look like there's consistency the same way you see the All-Star Trophies and All-Star Cups. But I wish they had, because there's some awesome players with Future Stars cards, and they look really cool now. So this is the gold MLB logo one out of 50. I think he just put some Heritage base in there, but picked up this rookie Heritage Chrome. These are out at, what, $5.79 of Cade Cavalli. I think he's just barely touched the pros so far, but, you know, for like $1 or $2 for one of those Heritage Chromes, why not? They recently added this card to the PSA Registry Future Hall of Fame baseball set. And I used to have a couple of these. I submitted 2 and got PSA 9s on them, but I ended up selling them. But now that there's, at least hobbyists think that he has a chance, I picked up a raw one for a good price. It's well centered and everything. I'm guessing the surface, I can't, you know, at this point I didn't crack it open yet to see what was surface on the card saver, or the top loader, and what's surface on the card. We'll see what happens. But I got one in a raw shape, if nothing else. Start with some slabs now. He's been doing well enough. I've snagged his, and the prices just weren't going down, but they weren't much above what it would cost to grade. So got the Wander Franco All-Star Cup PSA 10 there. Not a shortage of population on that card. So no rush to get it if it's on your list, but it hasn't gone down necessarily either. So a couple dollars over $20 and you can get it. I was just growing impatient to find a good deal on this one. So when I got a sort of a good deal, I went for it. The Adrian Peterson All Day PSA 10 Topps Chrome. Fantastic Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame rookie running back there. Yeah, real excited to have that one. Let's save that one. That one's a good one. Also added to the future Hall of Fame set for PSA was the Giancarlo Stanton, aka Mike Stanton, back in the day. Not the most aesthetic of rookie cards, but when that got added, again, I used to have it, and I sold it at the height of the market. Made some good bucks off of it. for such a simple card. And then I went looking when they added it, and it was like $24.50. $24.50 for a PSA 10 of a future Hall of Famer key card. All day. You ain't gotta convince me. I'm snagging it, so that's what I did. You'd seen some, well, I got a couple of big football ones on the way too. I'm pretty excited about that. But you'd seen some football ones. If I go too far down the football path, I'm like, all right, I gotta keep it diversified, and I gotta build kind of all my PCs a little bit together. So my main focus of baseball PCs, the first Ballot Hall of Famers. I obviously do more, but I do like that set a lot. And so saw a nice one at auction, and I went after it. Happy with the price on that one. So got the Willie Stargell rookie in a 5.5. And I always thought these looked a little goofy on PSA because Pete Rose is the same year and everything. But with the color pop and everything, these actually are kind of cool in person. You know, still an interesting look with just the head floating there, but I like it more than I thought I was, so that's pretty good. In that same vein, and these just never come up for deals, really. So when they don't come up for deals, I at least just wait for auction to make sure that I'm not overpaying. And so I got the Kirby Puckett from 84 update in a PSA 9. Again, those two, I probably bought them 3-4 weeks ago, it seems like now. So it's kind of weird to be showing them right now. But that's when I get them in the mail and everything. Simple upgrade here. 07 Topps is a horrific set to try to grade. And somebody listed this for a buy it now. Fan of this card in general because he was the league leader. That's what it is. In rushing yards for 1,695. That is our team record as well. So I had a 9, but they threw up a PSA 10 for a very tough set. I think it's pop 3. And that pop ain't going up anytime soon, right? Or not much. God, I wish there was a better Joker and Penguin in this set, but got the Riddler from 66 Batman. I think that's cool. I have the Batman and I have the Robin. I think my Batman's a 3 and my Robin's a 5 or a 6. So I got the Riddler for a 5 for way cheaper than both of them. But I thought it was pretty well centered and looked good. Fresh Lighthouse label. So I'm digging that. And these ones, I get these character ones and stuff like that, and Star Wars. And my oldest son has got one of my display cases in his room, so I put them in there. And that's always fun. He likes them. Random basketball pickup, because this is top 75 PSA registry set. Billy Cunningham. I just thought the card looked really good. I was scrolling by. Near mint 7, and it didn't look like it was getting any love as far as bids and everything, so I gave it a go. And to get a card in that high grade, that good of a picture and everything else, for the price I got it at auction, can't beat it. And it's to a set that I'm slowly chipping away at. And then not the most expensive one that I bought, but I'm really happy about this one. I used to have this card in a 4, and I sold a lot of my vintage baseball if it was low grade. Just because at some point it got to the point where they weren't, I was never displaying them or whatever, they were just kind of sitting in boxes. And I like cards sitting in boxes to a certain degree, but if I'm going to focus my PC, only certain types can sit in boxes. And so the vintage baseball, if I want to have money sitting and invested in it, I want it to be something that I can probably put it up on a wall. So I had sold it off, but I really liked the card, and I really wanted another one of this player. And I believe I think it's in the 300 Great Baseball cards as well, in that PSA set. So I got the 68 Bob Gibson. Beautiful 7.5. I mean, this thing is money. Bright color on the back. Nicely centered everywhere. You know, if I'd have gotten this card and it had like an 8.85, I wouldn't even have blinked. I'd have believed it. You know, the corners, it's probably that one. It's just a little fuzzy, so, you know, a 9 would be a stretch, but anything other than that. And I'd have bought it. I mean, I'd have believed it, because that is a beautiful looking card. So 68 Bob Gibson. And you know, there's a lot of impressive baseball players out there, but you read some stuff about him. His ERA over years and how he dominated is just ridiculous. So that's what I got for you. I got a couple Pokemon cards, but I give those to the kids at random. Anybody else do that? I try to get them into collecting by snagging random cards for cheap. You can get a lot of Pokemon cards real cheap right now. So if you got kids that are interested in that, I read some, they printed, I don't know if Billions is the right one. They basically, what they printed in the last, I think, year or two of Pokemon is about 40% of what they've printed all time with Pokemon. That's pretty extreme. Which means recent Pokemon cards are not gonna hold value too much per se. But that also means that if you're just picking things up for kids and stuff like that, you just can't beat it. So I'm winning, you know, pretty cool 9s for $10. So cheaper than you can grade it. I like the shine, and if the picture's isolated or whatever, and if it's a cool looking Pokemon or whatever. My kids right now, they're pretty young, so all they look to see is how strong it is. So I got to keep an eye on, make sure that's a big number. But other than that, I think it's cool. It's good artwork for rooms, their rooms and stuff like that. So, and then I kind of used it as like bait or whatever, you know, or a treat. You know, hey, you did pretty good with this. Congrats on the report card. Here's a cool card. It's been working out for me, and it's getting them into collecting. So. I'm still promoting a little bit of self-interest while hooking them up, but it is what it is. That's what I got for you. I have 2 big football cards coming in that I'm really excited about. Old vintage ones. And so when they come through authentication and stuff, I will share them next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Later.